map said the Denny's would be just around this corner. Denny's? Get out of my way, please. Thank you.
Silver! The Denny's is that way.
Finally, a grand slam.
Let's go! Save a cheese melt for me, Silver! There it is, the grand slam.
I don't think I can start off this video in any way other than apologizing for the watermark in my footage. I don't know how to remove it. I tried for hours, but when using a school computer, I have very few options of what I'm in control of because I don't have administrative access! I hope you understand. After all, regardless of how beautiful the visuals may be in this game, you ain't missing much, trust me. We're going to leap into the physics of Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, focusing mostly on movement and momentum-based action. Now before we begin real quick, I just want to let you know, in case you don't, that this game is bad. And not in terms of cool bad, like bad to the bone, no. This poor attempt at a reboot is what made Sonic a laughingstock in the game industry, and not just because the development was rushed and they released an unfinished game to the public, but also because, if I showed you this footage without any context, would you think it was from a Sonic game? Of course not. This looks like some fake RPG crossover Sonic thrown in there as playable DLC. What I'm trying to say is, Sonic has a human love interest in this game, and needless to say, she never returned for future installments.
So, let me get this straight. You've been dating Sonic, the Hedgehog, the blue one. Looks like this?
I guess. If that's my story arc, then yes.
Yep, I can kill you.
We'll get to the relevance of Princess Elise later, but first, I know what we all want to talk about here, and it's speed. I am speed. What do we know about Sonic? He is fast. What do we know about physics? It's fast and I can't keep up with the workload all these equations are. Shh, no negative thoughts. It's hard to determine how fast Sonic actually is since his speed varies per game entry, but generally it is widely regarded that he can run at 765 miles per hour. The proof is in the lyrics. And translated into the metric system, you get roughly 343 meters per second, respectively. This leads up to how on God's green earth can Sonic run on walls, jumping off them and whatnot, while acting as a spring, if we were to draw this in a spring force free body diagram format, practically defying gravity in the process. Just how quick do you need to be to accomplish this act? Well, it honestly depends on your weight and whether or not you're considering traction and air resistance. All these factors that go into escaping Earth's pull make the answer rather complicated. Oh, you thought I was really going to do the math and calculate the evidence to determine the result? I can't even set up the necessary equation. We're talking about a blue cartoon hedgehog here. I don't know his mass.
One!
If only it were that easy. On a more interesting note, we get this one scene here of Sonic rescuing Elise for like the 5th time in this one game. Get it together, girl! In which they fall to their death. No, they don't. But you wish. And as all the ships are exploding, this one explosion in particular that Sonic didn't even activate blows the characters up into the air and they land gracefully. Please close my door.
Why?
Because I'm busy.
You don't close the door in my room?
But there is no door to close.
This one. This one connects to my room.
How does that happen, I hear you ask? Mr. Anderson, this one guy on a YouTube video I watched, calls it a reverse collision, where instead of objects colliding, they're being pushed out in all directions away from the source of the blast by an extreme inflation of heat and gas, because that's what that's an explosion. And if you notice, if you look carefully, if you put on your spectacles and squint closely, scrutinizing every little pixel, you'll see that the character's rise upward was faster than their descent. This is due to gravity no longer being the primary application of placement. The explosion opposes gravity by being the stronger force in that moment, exceeding the ability to throw Sonic and Elise skyward. Gosh, I'm a genius.
You know, Blaze, you ever stop and think about how this is really...
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time, Silver.
Speaking of which, who is this Silver Hedgehog? Well, other than being the only good thing to emerge from this game, yeah, he's my favorite, I said it. I was going to discuss how telekinesis powers relate to physics, but I can't. Science and magic don't mix. And Sonic 06 isn't giving me any less of a headache, so I'm done. Thank you for watching. 1 out of 10. Wouldn't recommend this game, nor this video, nor bestiality. I need to listen to City Escape. Such a great song. Bye.
I don't care what lies ahead. No time for guessing, follow my plan instead. Find that next day, no matter what that may be. Take my lead, I'll set you free. Follow me, set me free. Trust me, and we will escape from the city. I'll make it through. Follow me, set me free. Trust me, and we will escape from the city. I'll make it through, prove it to you. Follow me, follow me. I'll make it through, oh
Yeah, I'm just gonna, read a good book.